Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and we gotta talk about what is certainly going to be one of the more dissected news stories of 2025. I feel very confident in saying that, and that is the rising prices of video games. So, the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal event did happen this morning, and while Mario Kart World is not going to be coming to PC, and Nintendo, if a Switch 2 emulator even starts happening, I think Nintendo's gonna shut that down immediately. But nevertheless, it does seem like it is going to be a harbinger of things to come as far as game price points. That Mario Kart World is going to be $80, and it is going to be the first of what I believe is many games that are going to be raising their price points. This is something that I've talked about for a while, and it's a shame that more people didn't realize it with things like fake early access and the rising price of deluxe editions. These publishers have really wanted to raise the price of video games. Look, the fake early access gimmick should have been the most obvious sign that that was the case. Fake early access, and that's what we have to call it out as, is something that was previously offered to the consumer for free. The ability to play a game on day one. Why did they go that route of promoting it as early access? Because they were not confident in raising the price of the base price of video games. Nintendo just has the balls and the confidence, and that is going to inspire confidence in other publishers to raise the price of their video games. Now, I don't think it can be every game under the sun is going up in price. I think there are select games that can be $80 and will still do well. Grand Theft Auto, maybe the yearly Call of Duty, and really the yearly sports titles. I just feel like those people buy those games every year no matter what. I think they'll be able to get away with $80. However, when you assess the gaming landscape, there are so many games that just cannot be $80. Callisto Protocol, Immortals of Aveum, and those games were cooked at $70, so that's not really a fair thing to say. As far as, obviously those games can't be $80. They couldn't even be $70, but let's look at a game like Dynasty Warriors Origins, where Dynasty Warriors Origins was received really well, commercially seemingly did very well. However, a game like that, and I just bring that up because, again, it sold well, received well, and it was $70. I just feel like a game like that can't be $70 either. Now, we do live in a different ballgame where it comes to PC gaming, where a lot of my audience is they're buying games on Green Man Gaming and other key distributors where you can get your games cheaper. That's honestly one of the most beneficial things about PC gaming at this point, that it's very rare that you're dropping a flat $70 plus tax on video games. It happens every now and again, but it's fairly rare if you're shopping on a Green Man Gaming. Look at games like First Berserker Kazan. A lot of people were picking that up sub $50. Look at games like Monster Hunter Wilds. That was $70 on Steam directly, and a lot of people paid $70. A lot of my audience paid $56 and change on Green Man Gaming, so it's not like a lot of you guys are even paying $60, $70. However, if games go up to $80, that means that discounted price point is going to be higher, and like I said, few games can get away with an $80 price point. I think of Monster Hunter Wilds, for example, for those that don't shop on Green Man Gaming and whatnot, that's a game that offers you so much content that I think that game could get away with $80. I think Microsoft, as far as Microsoft published games go, it might be an advantageous route for them to price their games at $80 just because it creates an illusion that Game Pass has more value than it does. Oh my god, Call of Duty this year is $80, Ninja Gaiden, I don't think Ninja Gaiden will be $80, but let's just say in a hypothetical world, oh my god, Ninja Gaiden's $80, Call of Duty's $80, I could just sign up for Game Pass and I can get all these games. It almost creates this illusion that Game Pass has more value than it does, and it kind of would if you're just gonna raise the price of these video games anyway, if you want to buy them standalone. I think for Microsoft it actually makes a lot of sense, and I think game prices are just going to go up. This Oblivion remake that's coming out, I would not be surprised whatsoever if it's $70. Look at something like Ninja Gaiden 2 Black that just came out. That was $50 for a remake of Ninja Gaiden 2 being $50 is kind of insane. Atelier Yumiya just came out, $70 on that. There are so many publishers that are feeling more confident in not just pricing their games at $70, but look at the remasters and all of that. $50 for this one. Days Gone Remastered, $50 on that. HZD Remastered, $50. And let's quietly juice up the price points of these games on the storefronts as well. They've been crafty about it, but your boy, you ain't getting away from your boy picking up on these little things. You could be sneaky with the majority of your consumer base, but I've been calling out things like fake early access. I've been calling out things like Horizon Zero Dawn getting its price jacked up from a sales standpoint. There's obvious reasons that they're doing this. It's because they can generate more revenue in a more sneaky manner without just raising that price point of $69.99 to $79.99, because that is going to cause a massive discourse. Whereas doing these remasters, doing fake early access, that's more of a quiet thing that most people aren't gonna call out. I've been calling it out, and a lot of you guys have picked up on it. All of these things, to me, point out that, spoiler alert, the business is looking to make as much money as humanly possible, and that's obvious in any business, but it's just something we have to accept. I've been saying that it's only a matter of time before they just outright up the price of games. It's, again, been a confidence issue where I think no publisher had the confidence outside of, let's say, Rockstar with GTA 6. I think now we can throw the idea out the window that that game is going to be $70, excuse me. I don't think we're going to live in a world where Mario Kart World is $80, but GTA is $70. Like, I just don't think that's going to happen, and if that does happen, great, but I think GTA is going to have $100 special editions, $130 special editions. Bro, if you want to make a lot of money off any game off fake early access, GTA is the one to do it with. And I'm not saying this from a standpoint of, oh, I am so happy that this is happening, maybe because I don't sound that down about it. It's just the signs have been there that this was ultimately going to happen, and now that it is happening, a lot of people are caught off guard by it. It's just like, man, if you've been paying attention, this was always ultimately gonna happen. Now, thankfully, we live in a world where I think it's been becoming so popular where we got 1 million games, man. We got so many games in our backlog. I know most of you guys haven't played all the big games in 2024 that have come out, and now you can get them fairly cheap. A lot of you guys haven't played a game like Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, that came out at $70. Fake early access baked into it at $80. Guess what? You can now buy that game for $15 on Steam. That's going to be the same case if game prices do go up across the board. However, it does make it so it's going to take even longer for the games to get down to a price threshold that you're happy with. I hate it from the standpoint of, it sucks that we're going to have to spend more money on video games. Who's going to like it? At the same time, it reinforces that going through your backlog may just be a good thing across the board. And by the time you finish some games in your backlog, those games are going to get cheaper and cheaper. And there are going to be games that go with a $70, $80 price point that they're going to get checked. Immortals of Aveum, cooked. Callisto Protocol, cooked. And what's going to happen? Studios go down. Jobs are lost because of things going that awry. But there are certain games that you just can't price them at $80. You kidding me? You want to release like Intergalactic at $80? I don't throw that out of the realm of possibility, but I think Intergalactic gets cooked at $80. But let me know what all of you guys think. I think it's just a reality. We're gonna have to accept that games are finna get more expensive, but it's on us to figure it out. But also, it's on us to figure it out in terms of how we, take care of our finances, of course, and what games we pick up. If you're gonna spend $80 on a game, make sure it's a game you really want. But I'll also say, it sucks that the barrier for entry is getting higher. The Switch is a $450 console, which I actually think isn't that crazy. It's comparable to what a deck is priced at. That's not that insane. My issue is the barrier for entry in the future. And right now, PC gaming, the barrier for entry is just nuts. But in the future, the PlayStation 6 is gonna be abhorrently priced. Y'all already know this is coming. $600-700 on that easy. And that's a product of having no competition either. It's a different environment we're living in, and as I've said, Nintendo kind of lives on an island of their own. They can do whatever the hell they want. That's why competition is so important. It was a different era when the Nintendo Switch came out, and Nintendo's back was kind of against the wall as far as the Wii U had just bombed, and they needed to figure something out, and the Switch was historic for them, but now they're kind of chilling. They're chilling, and they could do really no wrong. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Definitely a story to keep up with in 2025. But all your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.